Hello, hello, hello. It's your girl again back here at Nouveau, and today there is a lot of things that we are going to talk about and cover. But before we get into any of that, so I want to show you this video that I took a few years ago when I had immigrated to Hungary, and this video was taken on the Liberty Bridge or the Freedom Bridge. It is the beautiful green bridge in the middle of Hungary that connects Buda and Pest together. And I wanted to show you this because it has such a beautiful view. In the way the video starts, it is where I am on the bridge, and as I was taking this video, I saw this box, and in the box it says stop here, appreciate life for a minute and smile. So I'm hoping that after you view this video, you will take a moment to just appreciate life and smile. So the question is, why am I showing you this video? What is the purpose of this video, and why should you care? Well, I think it falls in line with the topic that we are going to be talking about today, which is immigrating, and traveling as a whole. Maybe you leave your home temporarily, maybe you leave your home permanently, but I think something that I see a lot on social media, so Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, etc., whenever I come across these traveling bloggers or vloggers, I always feel that the content is extremely romanticized. It is so romanticized. It's beautiful, it's adventurous, it's exhilarating, but sometimes that's not always the case when it comes to these things. So last week I decided to go to an expo that I was going to, was an Emigration Expo, and it was the first time that I actually went to something like this. So me being me, of course, I was scrolling through Facebook, and while I was scrolling through Facebook, this is where I came across this Emigration Expo, an advert for this Emigration Expo, and I saw in the advert it said more information about jobs, about investments, and about traveling, and those are all the things that I definitely need information about. So it was really something that I just decided to do on the spur of the moment. So I went to the Emigration Expo. It was a lovely Saturday afternoon. It was really beautiful. Like I say, the venue itself was absolutely stunning. I was a little bit disappointed because the front desk people that were working there, they mentioned that they were expecting 40 different companies at this Emigration Expo, but unfortunately only 11 companies actually pitched up. So the amount of people or the amount of information that you were able to receive was very limited. There were some very interesting companies that were there, regardless of the fact that it was a limited number of companies that were there. So some of the companies that were there, their niches that they were affiliated to varied from, moving, helping you to move your items and your belongings from your home country to the country that you're immigrating to. Some of them were there to help you if you wanted to do investments in other countries. Some of them were also there to help with your actual admin of things. So your visa processes, your documents, do you have the right information? Do you have the right documents to show when you're applying for your visas? And actually some of the companies even did visa applications for you. So I think that was really interesting. When I was there, it was really amazing to see that there were so many like-minded individuals that were thinking about immigrating, that were thinking about leaving their home countries to go and set up and settle in other countries. Because like I mentioned to you before, immigrating, whichever, it is very romanticized. It is something that a lot of people always say, yes, moving to a new country is so exciting, it's so amazing, etc. However, no one prepared me for language barriers. for food, different tastes, different types of food. No one prepared me for, when you get to these countries, people always think that they can take you for a ride because you obviously don't know the way things work. And that was something that I had to learn a lot of patience about. Something else that a lot of people don't really mention is your transportation system. So, and also the actual admin, my God. So it was really, really difficult. It was really, really awful. And I think that a lot of people don't mention that part, which is something that I'm going to mention. So in this picture that we're looking at, this was the company that helps with property investments in the UK. Specifically the UK, which I thought was really, really interesting because I know the UK, their property is actually very, very expensive. I know like rent in London alone is sky high. So imagine what the prices would actually be like if you were purchasing property. So this company, they help you to find a property. They help you to, complete all the admin. So your transfer fees, your registering the property in your name. They also help with, making sure that the property is what it actually is. So you're not just seeing some advert on a website somewhere and then you get there and you're like, okay. What's this, This was one of the companies that help with your visa processes and with your admin and all of those things. And I actually had a really interesting conversation with one of the people that worked at this company because obviously when I went to this expo, I went with the intent of job seeking because I'm sure it's evident by now. When I spoke to the guy, I said to him, do you have any internal websites or any internal job boards that I could maybe have a look at? To which he then responded, what are your skills? So I told him my skills, and then he very honestly and earnestly said to me, look, let's be honest, you're not going to find a job while you're here. It would be better for you to get a tourist visa, and once you have a tourist visa, go into the country, look for a job while you're there, and if you find something, change that tourist visa to a work permit. A lot of the times when you want to immigrate, obviously we are immigrating for job seeking purposes. Maybe you might be a student, I don't know, maybe you might go to study as well, and then while you're studying then look for a job, because people do that. A lot of people mention that if you are not in that country, it's very difficult to find a job. And that's true, because most countries or most companies within a country, they will look at the people that live and that are natives of that country before they look at people who are not natives or people who are foreigners to that specific country, right? Unless you have really, really good skills and you do have a really good portfolio or very good experience. If you're someone like me who doesn't have any contacts, who is terrible at networking, who doesn't really have a lot of experience, who's still trying to build up experience, to find a job and immigrate, it is a lot of work. Very, very difficult. It's extremely difficult. So overall, I must say that the Immigration Expo, it really was interesting. First, it was interesting to see that so many other people have the same idea in mind. That they are interested in, leaving their home countries and go into a different country to live and work there. Some people were there because for the same reasons as me, so that maybe they were there for moving purposes. Maybe they were looking for a moving company to help them to move to another country. Some of them were looking there for investment purposes. So I know there was a really interesting booth from Mauritius. So that was really, really cool. And then, of course, like I mentioned, all of the other companies that were there to give you more information about your visa processes. They were there to give you more information about the work that you could possibly do. They were also there to give you information about the actual living within a specific country. So I think that was also really, really cool. So now that we've spoken about traveling, immigrating, etc., I obviously did some online shopping because that's what we're here for, and I found some products that I think would be really, really convenient. The first item on our list today is this Bag Smart toiletry bag, traveling bag with hanging hook. And keep that in mind because I think that hanging hook part is really, really useful. The reason why I say that hanging hook part is really, really important is because a bag like this has a lot of different compartments. So firstly, it's generally sized. It is 11 by 7.4 by 3 inch rolled, and it is 11 by 30 inches open. So it has 4 separate compartments. It's got a zip and it's got a back open pocket. So you're going to be really, really organized. At least you can put all of your toiletries within a certain pocket of this toiletry bag. So for example, I know myself, I always carry a lot of toiletries. I carry stuff on my face, I carry stuff on my hair, I carry, moisturizing stuff. And, some people have full skin routines. Because you're traveling doesn't mean that you can take a break from your skincare routine. Skin doesn't see a break. And this is why I say this hanging hook is very, very important, because when you are traveling, wherever you are, whether you're in your hotel room or whether you decide to leave this in your bathroom, even at home, actually. So that's also the nice thing, is this is not just limited to traveling. This is also something that you can use in your home. You can take that hook and you can actually hang it on something. So your toiletries will be very nicely and very neatly organized within this bag. And of course, if you're planning to use this every single day, you can have it hung up on, a wall or door, and you can just use the stuff. Something else about this is that it's water resistant. So at least you know that your toiletry bag, if you are leaving it in the bathroom, it's safe from water. I mean, when you're washing your face, when you're taking a shower, water does splash, unfortunately. So the nice thing with this is that it is water resistant and it is very, very well padded. So if you have a lot of glass bottles, or if you have stuff that's in very sensitive containers, at least you know that it is safe and protected. And also, this bag will never ever lose its design. It will always remain in the same shape. It comes in a variety of colors. We've got black, gray. Oh, this is such a beautiful color. Wow. Oh, this one also. Oh my god, this is such a stunning color. No, not white. Not white. No. Makeup, foundation mixed with a white toiletry bag. We all know how that story goes. So that's an absolute no. Oh, okay. Paisley, stunning. Yeah, this is nice. Okay. Okay, cool. So yeah, lots of different options. It does have quite good ratings. So it does have 5-star ratings, which I think is really, really important. So for me, when I purchase something, I always check the ratings and I always check the comments, because comments don't lie, ratings don't lie. So 4.8 out of 5, not too bad. Coming back to Bag Smart, as you can see, they have really, really beautiful things. They mention here that their toiletry bags, it's for convenience. It's convenient pockets. It's got compartments to keep items organized. I think that's really, really cool. It's got a unique elastic design. So the inner pockets have elastic straps so that if you have bottles, it can keep those bottles upright. So at least you know, firstly, that all of your toiletries are in a safe space, which I think is really important. Secondly, it will always be upright. And thirdly, your toiletries will be separated from your clothes. We've all seen those videos where the bag handlers at the airports just kind of like chuck the bag. It's like they throw it like a rugby ball sometimes, which is understandable, because if you're going to be standing there the whole day throwing people's luggage, like at some point you're going to be very tired. But if, for example, one of the baggage handlers were doing that to your luggage, then at least you know that there won't be any surprise spillages when you open your luggage. So I think that's also really cool that they would think of that to include these elastic straps, double zipper. So I think double zippers are sort of a given when purchasing bags, for example. like this. So that metallic hook is what really sold this to me, because as I mentioned to you before, if you do not have space on your vanity table, so if you're using it at home and you do not have space on your vanity table, let's say you're traveling and the hotel room you're in is minimal, because sometimes that happens. Sometimes we think we're going to an amazing place, but then they fake us with these pictures. But at least with this hook, that's not going to be an issue for you, because you can literally just hang it wherever you want. So yeah, this bag smart toiletry bag, I think it's really, really useful. It will really, really make your traveling convenient, especially if you're someone who uses a lot of toiletries and who, you know, have these full skincare routines. Maybe you have a full hair routine. Maybe, you know, you just want to use it for your makeup. Okay, it could also be used as a makeup bag. Well, I would use it as a makeup bag. But I think it's just nice to know that while you're traveling, there won't be any surprise spillages when you open your suitcase once you reach your destination. So the next item on the list is this VG Cub carry-on backpack. It is a large travel backpack, and honestly, when you are traveling, you need good hand luggage. So whenever I've traveled, something I always struggled with was hand luggage, looking for the right hand luggage. I've had tote bags, I've had sling bags, I've had those shoulder computer bags, I've had those, you know, backpack computer bags. I've had a lot of different bags. Yeah, that's actually one of my weaknesses. I love handbags. I don't know why. I don't know what it is. And, you know, it's funny because I literally only have like 4 things in my handbag. So why I have so many handbags is beyond me. But when you are traveling, the best bag, I feel like I can say this quite confidently, the best bag that you could possibly use is a backpack, because it's on your back, hands are free. And that's important because when you're going through these security checkpoints, my God, they literally want you to take off everything. It's like they want you to even take off your skin. When you're at a security checkpoint, someone is asking you to take off all of your stuff. Of course, you also don't want to cause any issues. This is a security checkpoint at an airport. Yeah, so obviously we want to comply, we want to be in compliance, but we also know that there's a huge queue behind us. So if you have like a tote bag and then you have all these things in your hands, and then they want you to take off all your jewelry, they want you to take off your belt, they want you to take off your shoes, and then there's a long queue behind you, you obviously want something that you could just slip everything in, take off all your stuff, get onto the other side of the security checkpoint, and then take everything out and put it back on. So this VG Cub carry-on backpack is perfect for that, because it's a multi-pocket backpack, meaning that it has many compartments. So I think it's about a 40-liter bag, which is quite big if you think about it. But the main pocket of this bag, it can fit 5 to 8 pieces of clothing. So again, if you're traveling and you have an insane layover. So, I mean, when I was traveling, I think I had a 13-hour layover in Dubai. And as beautiful as the Dubai airport is, there's only so many things that you can do. In the time that you do have in your layover, you want to try and make yourself as comfortable as possible. And thankfully, you know, a lot of these international airports, especially like Dubai, Doha, they have showers there. So with this backpack, at least you know you can fit some clothes into the backpack so that if you want to take a shower while you're waiting for your flight, you can do that. So that's what I really like. But besides the large capacity of the main pocket, this bag can also hold smaller items. So for example, notebooks, pens, earphones, you know, anything that you want to take out quickly and put back in quickly. Besides that, it is a laptop bag. And I think that is really useful because there's not a lot of good laptop bags out there. And if you are going to get a really good laptop bag, then obviously it needs to be really well padded and protected and strong and sturdy to hold your laptop. So with this bag, it does hold, it does fit most 15-inch laptops. Something else that I like about this, well, actually, let me start with this, right? I always need power banks. I'm always someone that has to have a power bank. Because unfortunately, I never charge my phone. I mean, right now it's on 11%, and I'm just sitting here talking. So actually, you know what? Let me just charge it. Yeah, charging. And the cool thing about this bag is that it does actually have a USB charging port. It's here on the side. So I'm assuming that you can, obviously put your power bank in your bag, kind of thread the cord on the outside of the bag, and while you're walking around, then at least your phone is charging. Something else with this bag that I really like is the fact that it has a trolley sleeve. So again, we are running through the airport, we're trying to get to that flight. At least while you are carrying your suitcase, while you are rolling your suitcase through, if you don't want to carry this bag on your back, then this trolley sleeve will help you to secure the bag onto your suitcase. Oh yes, so what I really liked, I know I say that about everything, but what actually stood out with this bag is that it has an independent shoe storage pocket. So not only do you have the opportunity to put clothes into this bag and take a shower and feel fresh and whatever in your layover, but if you want to change your shoes, then at least you have a compartment for that. You have a compartment for shoes in a backpack. Like, come on. So I mean, we are definitely living in like 20, 45 year. I mean, backpacks have storage compartments for shoes. Like, we are just in the future. Come on. Yeah, I really like this because I just thought that it covers everything when you are traveling. It has all the things that it needs to have when you are traveling. So it is multi-compartment, it's water resistant, and 14-inch laptop. I mean, as long as there's space for laptop and new shoes. Oh no, not new shoes. At least you have the option. And I think that's what makes this bag really essential to any future travel plans that you might have. So the next item, the Jisu Life handheld minivan. If this isn't the cutest thing that you've ever seen, then I don't know what is. This is so adorable. I mean, this has a whole little teddy face. It's got a little teddy bear face. Oh my god. It is adorable, and I just have a weakness for cute things. So yeah. So this is a handheld minivan. So let's check this out. Adorable. I was very interested to see what these people were eating in that video. Looked good, looked like a vibe, so that was really cool. So coming to this, what I really like about this is the fact that it's foldable. It's a portable USB rechargeable small pocket fan, and the actual blades or the propellers. Is propellers just for helicopters, or can we use propellers for fans? Well, these things here, they have a very soft material, so they look kind of like a spongy material. So I'm assuming that also makes it a foldable kind of thing. So you can fold it knowing that you won't be damaging those propellers, blades, those fanny things, those things that fan you. So I think the fact that it's pocket size is really important, especially if you're always planning to keep this on you. So I know that in some places, for example, like the Middle East or Eastern Europe, temperatures during summer can be in the 30s, 40s. I mean, my brother was recently in Dubai and he said that at like 10 o'clock at night, it was 49 degrees. Like, what are you doing in 49 degrees? Like, come on. So you can also use it as a power bank, which I think again is useful because obviously, you know, if you're someone like me who never charges their phone, power banks are always useful. And it's a flashlight. So super adorable, super, super cute. It is a hand fan. It is a power bank. It is a flashlight. And the nice thing is you can also recharge it using a USB. But I also see it says it's a battery operated fan. So I don't know if that means that you can use batteries. No, you can't use batteries. Okay, that sucks. But USB chargeable, rechargeable, so that's cool. So yeah, check out this item. I'm, as you can see, I'm in love. I'm smitten with this. I think it's so cute. So you know how you're watching something and you are trying to find a way to position your phone in such a way that it doesn't fall flat on the screen or it doesn't fall back. Like it just sits in the perfect position so you can watch whatever it is you're watching without any worries that your phone is just gonna like fall flat on its face. Well, the next item that we are looking at, it is going to prevent your phone from falling because it is a universal in-flight airplane phone holder mount. So again, these titles are just rolling all the time. With this, there's not really much to talk about with this. It is a phone holder mount, so you can use it for your desk, you can use it for, you know, those airplane trays. What it is you obviously stick your phone in it, and at the back it's got like a movable clip that you put in position and it just clips itself onto the actual thing that you are positioning it onto. Firstly, of course, hands-free convenience, which is what we are going for here. How can we make our traveling, immigrating as convenient as possible? So you can use it on a plane, you can use it at your desk, and you can use it out working at a gym. But I don't know, I mean, if you go into a gym, are you necessarily gonna be watching something on your phone? Maybe you might be watching like workout videos so you can like, you know, do those workouts while you're at the gym. So yeah, so hands-free, convenient, versatile mounting. So it does have a really, really strong clamp, and it is 1.5 inches wide. So I think the actual mounting, where you mount it on, if it's 1.5 inches wide, this will fit. Something else about this is that you've got 360-degree rotation. So you can angle this. You can angle your phone at any angle and you'll still be able to watch it. So whatever position is comfortable, whatever angle would be comfortable for you, and you know, the way you hold your neck to obviously view this, at least you know you have 360 degrees rotation. And the other thing is it fits most phones. So with this, I think it's a really innovative device because as you can see from some of the images they have, I mean, they've got the actual clamp mount phone holder thing in a lot of different positions. So here we have it on the tray. As you can see, you can have it nice and upwards, facing up towards you. Here we have it on a desk. So I see here they're using it as an earphone holder, which I think just goes to show how versatile this item is. As you can see here, she's using it while she's cooking, which I think is really, really cool. Especially if you're listening to music, or if you maybe have like a cooking video in the background and you're just trying to follow the instructions. So that's really, really useful. Yeah, we've got it next to the bed, so when you're trying to, you know, have a phone call with your babe, and you know it's a nighttime phone call and they're reading your bedtime story, super romantic, super cute. And yeah, the main purpose of this, as you can see, just holding up the phone. So with this item, this is one of those items where you don't really need it, but if you got it, it would make things a little bit more easier, which I think is, important about it. But I also think this would be a really nice gift. So if someone who's close to you is traveling or maybe immigrating, and you just want to get them something small just to wish them well in their travels, then this is a really, really cool gift, because like I said, it's something that you wouldn't necessarily think about, but when you use it, then it would just make things easier. So check this out. So the act of traveling, the act of immigration, the act of emigration, it is something that is exciting. It is adventurous. It is exhilarating. All of the things that we see in social media, it is true, because it is really, really insightful, beautiful, and just an eye-opening experience to see how people in different parts of the world live, to see the different lifestyles, to see. So I think that if someone were to ask me, would I ever emigrate again, then I would definitely say yes, because it is really a beautiful experience. And that's what sometimes it boils down to when it comes to traveling, emigrating. It is the experience. So experience of living and working in a different country, to see the type of lifestyle, culture, everyday workings, how that country operates. It's such a beautiful thing to see. However, it is very, very difficult. You need to be in the right mindset, because you don't want to make that move and after a month you're like, I shouldn't have done this, I need to come back home. It's a very, very expensive mistake to make. You also need to be prepared. So you need to have an idea of what it is that you're getting yourself into. So learn about the country, do some research about the country. And something else is the budgeting. So unfortunately, life is expensive. Like, there's no other way to do it. I don't think that you should hold yourself back from the experience. So if this is something you really, really want to do, if this is something that you've always had in the back of your mind, or there's a place, a country, a city, a town, a village that you've wanted to live in and experience, do it. Do it. By all means, do it. Also, please have a look at the items that I've mentioned in today's online shopping experience.